Good morning, guys. So right now I've just rocked up at the Women's and Children's Hospital. So yesterday our twins were born, and in the last vlog I left you guys with I was going home to look after Emily, and Ellen was staying overnight in the postnatal ward. Twin A was discharged into Ellen's care from the special intensive care unit. Twin B is still in the PICU, so the pediatric intensive care unit, and will stay there for a while now. This morning I've just come in. I'm gonna go and see the twins, see Ellen, make sure that she's all right. Let's get on with it. Hey there, Ellen. How's that little man going?
He's doing well.
Doing well? So how'd you go last night?
Yeah, good. Didn't sleep much. I think I fed him 3 times from about 11 o'clock. I don't know.
So
it takes about an hour to feed him. So
the midwife said every 4 hours, so as soon as you start, put your timer for another 4 hours.
Oh, yeah. So don't let it go past 4 hours.
Yeah.
So it means that, but it's still demand feeding. So if he's awake and seeming alert, put him on the boob and see if he'll feed. And he has been doing really well feeding.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah.
And Twin B?
Twin B I haven't seen since last night, but I did express 5 mils of colostrum, and they went and gave it to him and said that he took it really well. And
oh, nice.
they even called it about midnight and said, can I come down and give him some more? And I was going to go, but then they said not to worry and that he'd resettled. So yeah, just waiting to go and see him now.
Yeah. So we just checked Twin A into a nursery room so we can go down and see Twin B.
Stereo-cuffed.
So they're getting ready to do it now?
Yes, so we've done our bit, which was this.
So guys, we just went down and seen Twin B. Now, something that we've said from the start is that, you know, we're gonna share the highs and the lows. Now, we knew that Twin B was having this procedure this morning, the septostomy, where they'll put a balloon catheter through the umbilical cord all the way up through into the heart. Then there's a duct that connects the right and left atrium. They'll put the balloon catheter through that duct, and then they'll yank it back and tear a bigger hole, so the duct doesn't close. And they tell us that in 2 months, when Twin B goes in for the surgery, they can quickly just fix that up with a couple stitches. So that's just going to allow more blood to mix, more oxygenated blood to get back through the body and give us more time before Twin B needs that surgery. I think for us, you know, we went round there and they were already prepping for the procedure. They already had all the tubes and everything in Twin B.
So that meant a ventilator in, so that's helping him breathe, and they have him on fentanyl at the moment, a low dose, and they'll increase the dose for the procedure.
And I mean, like, you know, when we saw him last night, he had like so many wires and tubes already, but then yeah, he had more. And you know, I guess for us, like, you know, it's all starting to feel very real now. We, you know, I guess I was explaining the procedure last night, and I met with the doctor who's performing the procedure, and he went through it and, you know, went through the risks and stuff like that. And like in my mind, I understand what's going on, but, you know, like...
It was good that he went through it again with me being there, because I've heard my information from Charles, and it was, yeah, hard to hear. Like,
I think it was harder for me seeing your reaction.
yeah.
I mean, like, you know, I was going through the consent form, and he's going through it step by step, what every bit of it means, just so we fully understand if something happens to go wrong, and
Risk of stroke or
yeah,
death.
risk of stroke or death and stuff like that. And I think Ellen started to break down at that point, and I could see that, and then that was upsetting me as well.
Yeah.
And you know, we're just getting a few kind of kisses and just holding his hand, you know, before they did the procedure. And
I really got me when I went and gave him a kiss on the head, and he opened his eyes, and then I was a mess.
yeah,
I was already crying, but that was, you know, he is perfectly fine at the moment, and
yeah,
these things that are happening are to help, but it just seems like a really hard way of going about it.
yeah. I mean, like, you know, they're telling us that this procedure's very standard. They do it all the time. He's performed the procedure many times, you know, without incident. And he's got another cardiologist helping him who's done the procedure many times, and they've also got another cardiologist there as well. So there's a room full of people, hopefully, being able to look after our little boy. It's just hard waiting now.
Yeah, and just like he, so they're hoping to go through the umbilical cord. That'll make it a quicker procedure. It'll be like an hour and less complicated. But if they have to go through the femoral artery, then there's more risk. It's longer. So
More chance of clotting, that clot breaking off, going up to the brain, having a stroke,
yeah,
stuff like that. And it's harder. There could be damage to the femoral vein or the femoral artery. So just like any procedure, it's not without its risks. So we're just trying to process this now. I mean, they would have started by now. So now we're just waiting. They've got our details, so they'll give us a call when it's done, and we can go down there and be with him.
they said though too, like, and that's the thing, is right now he's got really good oxygen saturations, and you know, the doctor said there's no urgency in doing this, but it needs to be done. So it's like, yeah, you know, just
But
it's
what,
probably better to get it done.
what I was saying to Ellen is that, like, you know, this is a relatively standard procedure, and you know, we're sort of struggling with it now. What are we going to be like when he has to have his open heart surgery in Melbourne? So I guess this is kind of like an introduction, and we're going to learn about this, like learn how to process our feelings, and just...
I think there's no way around it. Like, you're gonna break down. It's gonna be bloody. It's not normal for your child to have to go through these things. So
It's not normal for, you know, anyone, let alone a newborn.
yeah,
I mean, he's a day old.
he's not even 24 hours old.
Yeah.
But
So,
he's been strong from the get-go. Like, he's always been active and busy in there. Like, but I just look at him and I see the little hand that's been causing so much rib pain. And
it's funny because even with the nurses, when they're just trying to do little procedures on him, he's got his feet in the air and he's kicking, and they're just like, wow, like, you're active, and he's like nudging him with his foot and stuff like that. And you know, I think with other babies that age, they're not used to seeing that much activity, which is good. So, but you know, every time we go down there, like, you know, the staff have just been excellent with us. You know, I guess they're used to seeing families like us in those situations, so they're very they're very good about how they treat us, and you know.
Even the PICU nurse, like I think the doctor said to Charles, "Are you happy to sign?" And then she was like, "They're not happy, but they'll sign it." Like, it's always nice when you feel like, it's not that the doctors are bad or whatever, but the nurses are, they're really
Sympathetic.
rallying behind you.
So, what's going to happen sort of today, we're sort of just waiting around for that procedure. Emily didn't end up going to childcare today, so Ellen's mum is going to bring her in, so, she can meet at least Twin A. And
Or Leo?
So, yeah, we've decided on names, and Twin A is going to be Leo.
Yeah.
And Twin B is going to be Maxwell.
So there's little Leo Philip Mitchell, okay, who has been fantastic. And I know it's hard because, because we've got twins, we're stuck between two places, which makes it really hard.
Yeah.
But also it's so nice to have him to, have a cuddle, and he's doing really well. Like, he's roomed in with me, he's feeding.
It is hard because you're split between three places. So, making sure that Emily's looked after and she's getting that care. And she is. I mean, she's with, your mum and family and people that really love her. It's just hard for her not being with us. And then we've got, Leo here that can't leave the ward. But then we also want to be with Maxwell in PICU, so it's kind of just sharing our time up just so we're able to spend all that time with everyone.
Yeah.
So guys, we're still waiting for Twin B to have his little procedure, but in the meantime we're going to call this vlog here. So if you're pregnant with twins, you have twins, if you're a parent of a heart kid, or you're just interested to see what we have going on, look out for the upcoming videos. Better yet, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you want to donate to our heart kids, we'll have the link in the description below, and we'll see you in the next one. And then hopefully we'll have some good news about Twin B's procedure. See you later. I press record and then I gotta run those.
Might be too gross for Blooper.
Nothing's too gross for Blooper Reel.
I have a picture of his poo.
Yeah, no.